So let's try adding these two mixed numbers. We've got 3 and 3/4 plus 5 and 5/8. So in adding these two mixed numbers, there's a couple of ways, as you know, we can do it. We can first of all add the two whole numbers, and then we can add the two fractions. So in doing that, we've got 3 plus 5 for the whole numbers, plus the fractions, which is 3/4 plus 5/8. So now we can do these separately. 3 plus 5 is 8, plus you can do the fractions separately, or you can do it all on the same common denominator. Now with this, in this case, we don't need to multiply the two denominators together to get the common denominator. I can, it wouldn't be wrong, but I just want you to see that you can change the denominator of the 3/4 to be, you can change the 4 to be an 8. Then you'll have a common denominator. How do we change the 4 to get it to be an 8? We multiply it by 2. And whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. So that's like saying 3/4 times 1, really, because that's the same as saying, if I just do it over here on the side, I've got 3/4, and then I'm multiplying it by 2 over 2, aren't I? I'm multiplying the top by 2, and I'm multiplying the bottom by 2. And when you multiply top and bottom by 2, it's the same as saying I'm multiplying the 3/4. I'm multiplying it really by 1, aren't I? Because 2 over 2 is 1. And if you multiply anything by 1, you haven't changed its value. That's still 3/4 times 1, which is, of course, still 3/4. So why do we do it this way? It's because really I don't want to multiply by 1. What I'm trying to do here is I want to multiply the top by 2 and the bottom by 2, so that I can get on the bottom the 8. So I can have it the same as the other denominator. So that means if I multiply the bottom by 2, I have to multiply the top by 2. 3 times 2 on top, of course, is 6. So that's still the same as 3/4. So now we can rewrite that as being 6 over 8 plus 5 over 8. Common denominators. And remember what I told you? I don't want you writing it separately. What you need to be able to see is that you can actually write the whole lot over 8, because we've got a common denominator, which means you can put both fractions on the same denominator. And remember what we did there, that's 3 times 2, so that's 6 is on that side, and that's still 5 on this side. And now we can continue on. We've got 8 plus 6 and 5 is 11 over 8. So with 8 plus 11 over 8, we now need to change this improper fraction to a mixed numbers, and then we'll be able to finish this off. So this becomes 8 plus, how many times does 8 go into 11? It goes once. What's the remainder? 8, 9, 10, 11. So the remainder is going to be 3 over 8. So the remainder always gets written on the same denominator as what's in the fraction. Now we can finish it off. This is equal to 8. Well, 8 plus 1 is 9. So that's 9 and 3/8. This now is the completed answer for that problem.